Ladies and gentlemen, I've done it again. I went out and I purchased another Glock Gen 5. Even though I love the finger grooves on Gen 4 models and older ones. Me and my lady grew those oranges, by the way. Anyway, let's go ahead and do a basic cleaning on this Glock 19 Gen 5, cause it's filthier than a motherfucker. In this Firearms with your boy D the Delinquent video. Make sure to check out the playlist. Also, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Help your boy out. Since we're dealing with chemicals, we gotta go outside to do this. I got my table set up outside with my favorite drink. Got a new microfiber rag for this one. Got my shoebox full of all the cleaning essentials that I love to use. There's a link below, by the way, in case y'all gotta get some cleaning stuff for your bang bang, pow pows, and pew pews. First things first, we are going to check the status of the firearm. Remember, safety first. Now that we know that the firearm is clear and safe, we're gonna pull down the slide locks and push back slightly the slide and then remove the slide from the lower. Easy. Then we're gonna set those babies down. Then we're gonna take the slide. Quickly remind yourself why you're cleaning it today. Hot damn! The previous owner clearly fired this bad boy and didn't bother to clean it. Which reminds me, I did purchase this firearm used from a pawn shop. You know I love the pawn shop, and I only paid $310. $310 for a Glock 19 Gen 5. Now do you see why I couldn't pass up this deal? Next, we're gonna remove the spring and the barrel and then set those babies nicely aside. Then we're gonna lay it all out in front of you, nicely organized. Quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a thorough clean. This is just a basic straight up cleaning. This is always good to do just for regular maintenance or when you're done, doing your thing at the shooting range. Next, we're gonna grab our cleaning supplies. We're gonna pull out a hard toothbrush and a soft toothbrush. Then after that, you gotta get the correct brush for the barrel. Make sure to use the correct size. Grab our Rem oil made by Remington or the Hops 9 cleaner and lube. This thing works great as well. Now, since my Glock has been neglected for a while, we're gonna use the Birchwood Casey gun scrubber. Grab your Hops 9 bore cleaner. Then we're gonna cap it all off with the Hops 9 lubricant. Love this stuff. Oh, and you gotta have your bulk cotton patches. Now we're gonna grab our gun scrubber and the upper slide. And we're gonna spray the rails and where the barrel sits, but we gotta be sure to stay away from the internal guts. 2 to 3 sprays is just enough on each slide. 2 to 3 sprays right in this barrel area. And then while it's wet, we're gonna take our soft toothbrush and just work it all around. Gun scrubber is harsh and it does dry fast, so you wanna move fast. But this stuff works amazing, breaking up all that nasty debris. Work it, work it, work it. Next, we're gonna take a cotton patch and start working around the cracks and crevices. Sorry I forgot to mention grabbing a pick, but to be honest with y'all, every good cleaning kit should include a pick. And if yours didn't come with one, man, you can easily use a toothpick, a nail file, or one of those wooden things for shish kebabs. Remember to clean all those cracks and crevices until your cotton patches stop pulling up debris. Next, we're gonna grab the gun scrubber and clean our brush. And while the brush is still wet with the gun scrubber chemicals, you can now scrub all the debris off your spring. Get in and all around that spring. Now, if you move fast enough, your brush will still be wet with the gun scrubber chemical. You can now grab your barrel and do the same thing. But whatever you do, don't put the wet toothbrush with the gun scrubber through your barrel. Then when you're done scrubbing, you're gonna grab some more cotton patches and wipe down the outside of that barrel and that spring till there's no more residue on those patches. Now we're gonna grab our brush again and spray it off clean with the gun scrubber. And now while the brush is still wet with the gun scrubber chemical, we're gonna grab the lower and scrub away all those cracks and crevices. Try to move fast while that brush is still wet. Then when you're done scrubbing, grab some more white patches and wipe away all that debris. Make sure to get inside and in between all those cracks and crevices. Now it's time to clean the inside of the barrel. Attach your brush to the attachment, dip it once or twice in your Hops 9 bore cleaner. It does not gotta be dripping wet. Now grab your barrel and push the brush through the way the bullet travels. I repeat, the way the bullet travels, and you only gotta do it once. Now it's time to remove the brush and attach the cotton patch holder. Then grab some more white patches, 1 to 2 depending on how tight your barrel is, and push through. Again, the way the bullet travels. Repeat this step until you have no more residue showing up on your white cotton patches. Now to keep everything nice and clean and organized, let's put away the stuff we're done with, but we're only going to keep out the Remington Rem oil or the Hops 9 Medic Lube oil or the Hops 9 lubricant. With my Glock, we're going to cap everything off with the Hops 9 lubricant. Put 1 to 2 drops on one of your fingers and then work it all around that spring. Then we're going to set that aside, grab the barrel and put 1 drop only on the top and then work that all around. 1 tiny drop on the catch. Then we're going to wipe off all the excessive oil with either the cotton patches or a microfiber rag, just a little bit. You don't want to wipe off all the oil, you want to keep it lubricated, but not oversaturated. You feel me? Me personally, I like to pinch the side that's exposed when it's sitting in the firearm and just do like that on the end of the barrel to keep it nice and lubricated. Then we're gonna set the barrel aside and we're gonna grab the slide next and we're gonna put 1 to 2 baby drops down each side of the rail, going in the direction the bullets travel. And we're going to avoid the internal guts. Again, just put a couple drops down each side of the rail. Then you're gonna let that oil run down them rails the way the bullets travel. Next, you're gonna take that slide and put a little dot of oil on the inside just like this here. Then you're gonna take one of your phalanges and work it all around the sides and on the bottom like I'm doing right here. But remember the objective. We're not trying to oversaturate it, we just wanna lube it and gently coat it. So wipe off that excess oil with the cotton swab or your microfiber rag. Then find a nice safe place where you can stand that slide up and let the rest of that oil run down them rails so you can wipe off the excess later. Then after about 10 minutes you can wipe off the excess oil that ran down them slides and put together your whole slide. I personally like to leave my fingers all oily. I never understood why a lot of people like to wipe off their fingers before putting their stuff back together, because honestly every little lube matters, it helps. So all the excess oil on your fingertips, just wipe it on your slide. Your firearm will love it. Now you're almost done. Now we're gonna take the lower and oil up them rails. We're just gonna put a little dab on them rails. And then we're gonna take our cotton swabs or a microfiber rag and spread it around a little bit. We're not wiping it off. We're literally just spreading it around, showing the lower some love. A lot of gun guys actually don't like to oil up the rails on the lower. They feel that oiling up the rails on the slide is enough. So this might just be preference, but in my personal experience, it's never caused any issue at all. And plus, when you're actually doing some lube work like this, you're actually getting a nice deeper clean. And also, one time during a cold winter night during a weird ass storm, my Glock told me that it loved this. In Spanish, Señor delincuente, te quiero mucho. Next, we're gonna take a drop of oil on the back of the trigger assembly and right in this spring area. Wherever metals make contact with each other, we're gonna give it a little bit of lubricant. And then you're gonna take your trigger and move it back and forth to make sure that lubricant works its way in between that metal and all those plastic parts and the spring and all that. Then you can wipe off the extra lubricant that you might have got on it. Remember, don't oversaturate, we just want to lubricate. I personally like to move that lubricant all around the lower as well, all over the plastics. Not too much, it's just giving it that nice new look, dark feel, you know what I'm saying? It makes it look like it's coming straight out the factory. Now we're gonna go back to our slide, but check this out. I noticed that some extra excess oil worked its way down them rails, and now we got a bit too much sitting at the front of our slide. So we're gonna go ahead and wipe off that extra oil. But yo, this is exactly why we had the slide facing on its face, facing upward. Then we gotta reassemble the slide, put that barrel in that spring, grab our lower, and slide it back on. Now look at that. Woo-wee! Not too shabby, baby. Now on the handle of my Glock, you can see that there's still some residue from some stupid sticking handling thing that the previous owner had on it. I could use some gun scrubber and take all that residue off, but a friend of mine offered to do some crazy stippling pattern on this handle for me. So as of right now, this baby is done. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please stop by the page and check out some more. Much love, y'all. Peace.